What's going on, YouTube? JD here with the next episode of JD Plays Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved on Expert Mode. And last time we got some super tools made. We got our first hammer, Mjolnir, which I've taken and turned into an infinite tool by doing the obsidian plate trick like I told you guys. And I've gone ahead and I've added a total of three more upgrades on there. So one of the upgrades I used redstone on. Second upgrade I used diamond on, and the third one I haven't added yet. Now, how I got the additional two upgrades was, for one of them I used a diamond and a gold block. And for the other I used an enchanted apple and a diamond block, and that gave me the additional two upgrades. For this third one, that's one of the things we're going to be talking about today. But on top of this indestructible tool, I've also made an indestructible excavator named Crustbuster and an indestructible lumberjack axe named Heartsbane. So I have all of my indestructible tools now. We're ready to kind of go forward. We don't have to worry too much about tools at all anymore. But I want to get this last upgrade put onto Mjolnir. And the upgrade that I'd like to do is going to be Silk Touch. So to do that, we're either going to need golden ore berries, coins, or golden nuggets surrounded by string. We're going to need 4 of them, and that will give us 4 silky cloth. So let's get that pulled out right quick. And then somewhere around here, I have an emerald. What I did with it. Could be in here. Could be in here. That emerald block. There it is. So if we take this emerald block and we put it in here, this will give us our silky gem. There we go. And we can apply that silky gem to Mjolnir. And now this thing has Silk Touch. If you've never used a Silk Touch item or weapon before, they're pretty amazing. In that whatever block they break, they save the block data and they give you the block exactly as it is. So to demonstrate that, normally when you mine stone you get back cobblestone, but with Silk Touch on you will actually get back stone. So everything that I just broke, and we should be able to see it right here, right there, 9 stone. So if I do it again, 18 stone. So I no longer have to cook cobble back into stone. I can just Silk Touch it. Where it really becomes super advantageous is mining things like redstone and ores and whatnot, because now we're going to get them into an ore form. Things like diamond, emerald, redstone, lapis. Those things are no longer going to break and fall to the ground. We're just going to actually take the whole ore block and be able to process it as is. And I'll show you a bit more about that a little later when we get into thermal expansion. Now, I have not updated my to-do list, so obviously the item that I just made was on the to-do list. The other items that are on the to-do list, and I'm kind of slacking on that, so I apologize. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. We're going to be looking at making a rock crusher. And, let's see. There's something else I'm making. We're going to be making some redstone conduit. Although I don't think that's what it's actually called. There was something else. Oh yeah, we're going to make a dolly. So, yeah, that's what we're going to get started with. We're going to actually do the redstone conduit first. And it's very simple. This redstone alloy that we found from looting villages, you just spread it across like this and it gives you redstone conduit. Stacks of 8, right? So now I've got 24 of them. And the thing that's nice about redstone conduit is you can run it like any type of wiring, but if you take that redstone conduit and you give it a redstone signal, it will pass that all the way through the redstone conduit. That's important to me because I'm going to use that for automating my Britannia stuff here very soon. It's my endo flames in particular. Okay. Now you can use a wrench and just pick this stuff up, or you can break it at your choice. I'm just breaking it at the moment. Alright, so that's that. Now the next thing I want to make is the dolly. And the dolly is super important. So to get started for making your dolly, the first thing you're going to want to get is just a couple of sticks, and then you're going to want to make one of these Java barrels. And all it takes is some logs, a single wood slab, and a chest, and you get a barrel. And we're going to stick that right here. You're going to need 2 of these weighted pressure plates, heavy, and it just takes iron ingots for these, so these are really easy. Now the last part is what makes this whole thing difficult, and the dolly is an extremely useful item. But you're going to need to make these raw hardeners. And you're going to want to make several of them, and I'll show you why in just a moment. So we're going to go ahead and pull all 4 of these out. And once you have those 4 out, you take these and you cook these into these refined hardeners. Okay? So let's open up my little cooking unit here. And we'll put 2 per. Cook them all. Pull those out. And with these get used to make this, for one thing, this hardened mesh. So we're going to make one of those. So it's just a cross shape with the hardeners. And then an X with some fences. And I've shown you how to make fences in the past. So that gives you this. Now the other thing that now these are used for a few things. Divine shields and whatnot. But this is what we're wanting. We're wanting this stabilized metal. So we're going to need a little bit of iron ingot. Put it around here, and then we're going to want our other 3 hardeners across here, and that's going to give us 5 of these stabilized metals. So we're going to take these and we're going to drop them in here. Let those cook up right quick. And the nice thing is that the fact that it gives you 5 is really kind of a good thing, because I want to actually let's take half of this. I'm almost out of fuel over here in this machine, so I want to see if I can go ahead and get some more charcoal made right quick for it. Boom. Done and done. Alright. So we're going to take that and just pop that in there and let it refuel itself. Alright, now, what we're going to use this reinforced metal for is if you put it in here and you surround it with iron, you can make these reinforced wheels. And these are important for a few things, but the one we want it for right now is the dolly. Now, there are 2 different dollies. There's the one that we're getting, and then there's the diamond dolly. And the diamond dolly, I think they disabled in expert mode. It's really nice. It allows you to pick up spawners, and it allows you to move at a higher speed than the regular dolly does. But the reason we want the dolly is, if you remember last time I told you, when you get ready to start moving around your IC2 machines like this extractor, don't use a wrench on them. You'll get back nothing but a metal casing. So shift right click this, and now you can carry this around and move it where you want, and then just place it back down. For now, we're just going to put it there, just to demonstrate that it can be moved. The other really awesome thing about dollies is we have a chest full of bits here. With a dolly, we can pick that up and move it somewhere else. So this makes reorganizing your base really easy. Did it ever finish downloading everything? Do a restart here in just a second. Are you on recommended version at the top right there? Right there? Go ahead and do a restart of your machine. It might be hanging because of the brand new Java installation. Sorry guys, I'm helping my brother get his Feed the Beast installation set up. Alright, so right now we've still got all these machines hooked up to the same power grid, and I have been smashing down some plates, so I've got some dense iron, refined iron plates in here, and that's good. We've got the redstone conduit done, we've got the dolly done, so the last thing that I want to talk about tonight, and we'll see if we get anything else next, so far we're moving kind of quick, is this rock crusher. Now rock crushers are kind of expensive. You're going to want pistons times 12, you're going to want diamonds times 12, and steel blocks times 3. Because you get 4 of these per craft, but you need 12 of them to actually make the rock crusher. And the rock crusher is a very simple machine, but very vital to us. Right now, I'm just going to put it down. This is not where it's going to stay. I'm just going to show you guys how to set it up. Okay, so that's the rock crusher. As with anything, it's going to want to be powered. Okay? So what I'm going to do to power it is I'm going to get my engineering hammer. I'm going to open up power on this side. And I think inside of one of these bags, yeah, I've still got these HV cables. So we'll put an HV cable right here and one right here, our connector, and then we'll run a cable from there to there. So this is now being powered. Now, word of caution, do not drop anything on top of this rock crusher. Do not jump on it. It will kill you. So, just as a demonstration, it's hurting me. And it will kill you quickly. What you use this for is to crush, well, you can crush a lot of things, honestly. So, we have some ore lying around somewhere. We do. We've got some nether silver ore right here. I think you can put nether ores in here. I don't know. Let's find out. So if we put this in here, oh, that one won't go. Okay. Let's find more standard ore, if I have any. I'm sure I do somewhere. If not, I'll go get some. Let's try yellowite. Why not? Let's try some yellowite. Well, yellowite go in there. No, yellowite won't. Okay, we're gonna do it the easy way. Throw some cobblestone in. All it does is it works just like most, crushing machines. It crushes it down into its byproduct, in this case gravel, with a chance of producing byproducts. Okay? So gravel becomes sand. And I don't remember, can sand become anything? Nope, it can't. Sand, as low as we go, want that. Now what we want it for, though, in particular, is crushing obsidian. So if we throw this in here, it will start crushing that obsidian down. It will give us crushed obsidian. Crushed obsidian is interesting because it does prevent mob spawns, so that's cool. But we need crushed obsidian for a recipe. Along with crushed obsidian, we need some iron chipsets, and then a few more things. So we are kind of ready at this point to start looking at thermal expansion. Now, word of warning, the rock crusher is loud and it's annoying. So, you can make, if you prefer, this muffler block, sound muffler. All it takes is some wool and a jukebox, or a note block, I'm sorry, which is simply planks around a piece of redstone. And we're absolutely going to make one of those right now. So let's get some planks. Let's go around here. There we go. And some wool. There's some, but that's not quite. I have string, so string works. Let's just do that. Okay. I don't want to keep hearing that. And that will give us our sound muffler. The sound muffler, you just place the block right by, whatever's making the annoying sound. And no more annoying sound. It's gone. Cool. So let's take a look at thermal expansion. Within thermal expansion, there are all kinds of very, very, very useful items. We've already been using a few of them. We've already got a strong box. We've already made a cache. We've already made the tank, but the tank is in technically a different mod than this one because they have it all modularized. We haven't made any of these satchels yet, but we're going to be making those before too much longer as well. But what we want to look at right now, oh, there's the tanks. I'm sorry. What we want to look at right now is a couple of things, and to start, we want to look at their machines. So we would like to get a pulverizer made. And to make a pulverizer, we need to be able to make this machine frame. Now, there are 4 different types of machine frames. There are basic machine frames, hardened, reinforced, and resonant. And I will get into what all that means later, but right now all we're concerned with is basic. So if we wanted a pulverizer, we would need a basic machine frame, a piston, a couple of flints, 2 copper gears, and a redstone reception cable. That seems easy enough. So what does it take to make the, obviously we know how to make the copper gear. The redstone reception coil is simple. It's a couple of redstone and a gold ingot. No big deal. Sorry guys, just have to answer a buddy of mine. We know how to make pistons. They're pretty simple. Some planks, some cobblestone, iron, and redstone. No big deal. But these machine frames, they're a little more challenging, especially these resonant ones. So a machine frame takes 400,000 RF inside of our assembly table, 2 crushed obsidian, a tin gear, a dense refined iron plate, an iron chipset, and a basic circuit board. And I've shown you how to make everything here with the exception of the basic circuit board. And this is where a machine we've already crafted comes into play in the form of the carpenter. So in the carpenter, if we put in tin and some iron and some redstone, along with water and power, we get back basic circuit boards. So let's make some of those. So we need some redstone, and we need some tin. I may be running a little low on tin. I have to be careful here, because I could run out of tin very rapidly. I am running out of tin. so we may have to go tin farming soon. That's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and throw these in. So there's some tin. Because technically I also need tin to make the gears, right? And if we put this here, here, and here, 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 and here, it's going to start making, as soon as we put everything down here, it's going to start making these basic circuit boards for us. But like I said, we're now out of tin. And that's going to cause us a massive issue, I think. Hold on, let me make sure I'm at a 10 now. There's 10. I had blocks it right there. I was like, man, I know I had a whole bunch of 10 at one point. Alright, so we're good on 10. So we don't have to stress that. So let's pop this out. And let's grab our gear pattern, wherever that happens to be. There's no telling me. I'm sticking stuff everywhere. Okay. We got 45. That'll give us 11 gears if we put one back. So let's put one back. Let's drop these in. We're just going to let that pour. Now, here's the thing. We are out of lava. That's not good. And we still have yet to expand this smeltery. We could be getting a lot more done if we went ahead and expanded that. So we're going to have to put some serious consideration into doing that soon. But for now, we're just going to grab all this stuff. There was something I'm looking for. My bucket. Okay, I have my bucket right here. Good. All right, let's head downstairs. We're going to go get ourselves some lava. And I'm going to get those gears melted down. And when that's done, I'll bring you guys back. We'll see if we can get our first, 1 to 2 to 10. We'll see. And I don't know. We'll try to knock out a few of these thermal expansion machines within this episode. Because we're only at 15 minutes. We got at least another 15 minutes. So let me get all this set up and I'll be right back with you guys on YouTube. I'll see you in just a sec. Alright, YouTube. We are back. And we are now working on our machine frame basic, and you can see this thing is filling on up. And yeah, we're gonna get a few of them made. Not too many. We probably could pop up more. Let's see. Do I have some more tin? Just grab a bucket here. And while I was getting more lava and stuff, I got a lot of stuff actually. So we got like some ferrous and some other stuff that we need. Find it. So right here I got 17 ferrous ore. I'd like to process some of that and turn it into invar. Right now I'm pretty sure I'm processing a whole bunch of tin, but I'm gonna do a little mix and match it right here with ferrous. I think we just tried to pour some gold. We're gonna have to swipe that. We're done making gears now. As soon as this thing finishes, I'm gonna swipe that up right quick. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Alright, there's the pour. Oh, it's too fast. There we go. Right, put it back to ingots. We got what we needed for now in terms of all that good jazz. So it's going to pour out a few more tin ingots, and now we're starting to cook some ferrous and some iron together. In there. Did I ever get my... Alright, now looks like, yep, we got our first machine frame done. So let's take a look at thermal. Alright, so if I had to pick a single item to go after in this, right off the bat, it would probably be maybe the cyclic assembler, to be honest. Now, a lot of these things are nice, especially the induction smelter, the sawmill, the pulverizer. We're going to want all of these. The cyclic assembler is pretty quick, pretty simple to build. I'm just kind of trying to debate it right now if that's the route I want to go. It would definitely allow me easier access to salt. And it would definitely allow me easier access to making my alloys that I'm going to start making soon to go ahead and have that on hand. But I can't really make the alloys without having some other things on hand, like the magma crucible and some other stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off with the cyclic assembler. Why not? And we may get to some other machines. I really don't want to spend too much time because we're almost out of time in this episode. But let's take a look here. We need some tin gear, some copper gear, a chest, and a redstone reception cable. Okay. Said we were done with gears. Apparently I lied. We're gonna need to pour up some copper. Did we get any ferrous out of that? Yeah, right here. Invar ingots. Okay, that's actually gonna work out even better. So somewhere right here we have this strong box, right? And I've told you guys about this before. We're gonna do a little side step here, and we're going to upgrade this strong box. So currently, that strong box, where'd it go? I hate when I fill up my inventory. There we go. Alright, so currently the strong box only has 2 rows worth of inventory. Well, any one of these items, including that cache, these portable tanks, can be upgraded from this mod pack. So all we have to do is take this and surround it with some Invar, like so. And now it's bigger than our own inventory. So this is now already a very nice chest. The next upgrade requires hardened glass and so on and so forth. That it can, it's going to get bigger and bigger and better and better. The tanks are really good for this because you can already see we're dependent upon these tanks for holding our fuel for our smeltery. So being able to take one of these tanks and upgrade them, it's going to go from holding 8 buckets of lava to now holding 32 buckets of lava. So that one tank is better than both of the previous tanks. And that is pretty freaking awesome. Which means that really I should probably go ahead and just swap these in their terms of their ordering. So put that one there, put that one there. And now we can just take this one off because this one can hold it all. So that's that. Alright. It's going to make some more Invar right now, which is good. And there's a little bit left in here, which is also good. I think I have some more iron, actually. Right there. Okay. But we needed to make some copper gears. So let's see if we can get on that real quick. So let's clear this out. Let's grab just a bit of copper. We're just going to take some ingots out, or some ore out. That'll give us 18 copper right there. And we'll just get some gears out with that. And you're going to end up using a lot of copper gears for this. Just be aware. Now, while that's going down, I think I've already got the stuff, or I had the stuff. I may have got it taken out of my backpack. Let's see, we got some gold right here. Yeah. We're going to be doing these reception cables, like, frequently. You're going to make these redstone reception coils for almost every machine you make in Thermal Expansion. So it's going to take this, what all did we say? I think a bucket, right? Cyclic assembler, no, chest. Okay, so let's grab a chest. We're going to need some wood. There's wood in there. What am I talking about? Right there. Okay, and then we need a couple of tin ingots. Gears. So there's a tin gear, and there's a tin gear. That copper's melted down yet. Almost, we're almost there. Got some nickel, got some, wait, nickel, oh yeah. So what the crap's the nickel? Nickel is ferrous. And we actually will need some Invar gears, by the way. Or at least Invar ingots, I'm sorry. Let me actually go ahead and make that sawmill while we're doing this, because it's pretty useful. So the sawmill holds a distinct advantage in the fact that it puts us back to gaining the appropriate amount of lumber. Right now we're only gaining 2 planks per tree, per log. But with the sawmill in effect, it goes back to giving us the full yield. And that's pretty nice. We're going to get 4 copper gears out of this. Actually, let's put some more of these in. So with these in place, this can go here and here. And we get our cyclic assembler. Alright, so we are now into thermal expansion. I'm not going to hook this up right now. I'm just going to kind of show it off for a second. How is cyclic assembler? Actually, I will hook it up. You know what? I will hook it up. Because I can make use of this right now. We're not going to hook it up here, though. Or are we? Do I want to? I could. Okay, screw it. I want to. Let's take this single, lovely, handy-dandy thing out. What is it called? I can't speak right now, guys. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Steam engine. Yes, that's what it's called. Winning. Okay, we're going to put the cyclic assembler down back here. I want to put it there. It'd be nice to have it there. We're going to take all of these out, actually. Bam. We don't need these here anymore. We'll mess with it again later. Okay, so I want to not have to hook up any kind of power to it or anything else. I'm going to... Do you have power in you? No, all the power's been drained out of it. Sadly. Cheeseburgers are being made as fast as we can make them, but they're being made to fill this guy up. Because this guy got used just a moment ago. Okay, so what we'll do is... This guy doesn't need a pipe. We can break that pipe off of him. As soon as I can find my pickaxe right there. Alright, so if we run a pipe up to here, we'll put our... Is that where I wanted it? I'm making this very difficult on myself. Yeah, this works right here. Okay, anyways. Pipe there, pipe there. Alright, cool. So now the cyclic assembler, we can set it to where it's going to allow things in, right? We can, let's do blue right here. And that's going to allow water to fill up the blue tank, okay? Because we changed this side to blue. Now, this machine works off of, obviously it's got to have power. So we need to take it back off for just a second, and we need to turn on power to that side of this battery. Oh, I remember why I didn't want to hook it up to this battery. This generator. All of this generator's power is going directly into that battery right now. So it's not actually outputting anything to me. But that's okay. I can do it with the with this. Sorry, see, this is why I shouldn't play so late. I start getting sleepy and I start getting stupid. Alright, so power to it. It uses RF, and it's going to start filling up with RF right here. But we can't do anything unless we get an actual recipe for this, okay? And recipes work off of schematics. So how do you get a schematic? Well, that's the fun part. Schematics just take a couple of pieces of paper and some blue dye. We don't have any blue dye. We've got some paper somewhere. I'll have to find it again. Right here. And I don't think I can use these to get regular paper back out. Nope, I can't. So I'm going to have to go get some more paper. So while we don't have blue dye, we do have lapis. And lapis can be used as a blue dye. And if you remember before, I told you that eventually we would be able to automate our production of salt. We're being able to make cheese at a much more rapid rate. And we would need lots of milk to do that with. And that's what we're going to do right now. Run back upstairs. Let's get some lapis right quick. There's a lapis right there. Open up a crafting chest. You'll do. Run these across. Like so. And we'll get a schematic, okay? So let's put that schematic right here. Oh, right here. I'll come here. And let's grab our pot. And let's put our pot right there. Right, let's grab our bucket. Still some water. And what you want to do is you just want to put your pot and your bucket right here, and that's going to give the schematic, the recipe to make salt. Click the check mark, and if you hold shift, it shows you. This is now saved as salt. So any source of water in a pot. Well, we've got water here, so all we have to do is drop the pot in. And if you look, it starts pumping out salt. As it fills up with water, it's going to keep pumping out more and more salt. So we now have an infinite source of salt. That's good for us because we can take said infinite source of salt and combine it with soy milk to make all the cheese that we want, which is really good for making more and more cheeseburgers, which is good for powering our entire setup, right? Our setup is running off of burgers right now. And currently we have 3 more machine frames made. So if we have enough, let's see here, we got more copper right there. Let's pour it in. We can go ahead and knock out a few more thermal expansion items right quick. So let's go after the redstone furnace. This one's actually super important to me for the way that I'm doing my build right now for various reasons. So we're gonna need some more gold. Let's grab these out and take these out. I've actually got some redstone right there. We're just gonna use that for now. Let's make 3 more reception coils. Pop these down here because this is where they almost always go. Not always, but almost always go. We have brick somewhere. The question is, where did I do it? There's some brick. I know that the oven recipe requires bricks, our thing, and then a redstone. So our thing, being the casing, is right here. And then let's grab the copper gears. And that gives us our redstone furnace. And we'll talk about that one in just a second. Let's just set it down for the moment. Setting it down, yeah, that'll be fine. We're going to put the redstone furnace right there. And it's getting power right now out of that capacitor. Alright, next on the list, let's see, do we want to go for the sawmill? Sawmill requires an iron axe, that's easy enough. Pulverizer just requires a piston, we've already got those. Let's go ahead and knock out a pulverizer right quick. And we'll go ahead and do a sawmill. And that'll give us our basic set of machineries from thermal expansion to get started with. So we need a couple of flint. And a piston. And this gives us our pulverizer. Now this is our first form of ore duplication since the smeltery here. And since this runs off of RF, we no longer have to give it lava to do it. But this is very important because we can take something like redstone ore right here and run it through certain machines like the pulverizer for a chance at getting cinnabar. And cinnabar is super important. Cinnabar is one of the only ways to be able to produce shiny ingots. So we'll have ways of increasing the chance of getting that out later, but for now we're just going to go ahead and throw this in here. And it's going to actually give us quite a bit of redstone. We're still going to get 6 redstone with a chance of producing cinnabar. And this is at a cost of 40 RF per tick. So we're just going to leave that running. And the last things that we needed, we wanted to make an iron axe. So I got a couple of sticks, and let's grab some ingots. There's the iron axe. Let's throw this on the top. And then if I remember right, it's just boards, right? Yeah, any kind of boards will work. So these should work. We'll see. Sometimes those don't for some reason. Years? Guess not. Now, the next couple of machines are going to be a little bit different. The induction smelter is going to take Invar ingots and Invar gears. The magma crucible will take Invar gears, a nether brick, and a leadstone energy cell. Okay? We'll start talking about energy cells and all that stuff in the next episode because we're going to be making those. We're going to need all these machines to continue our movement forward. Let's go ahead and drop this here and here. There we go. So now we've got a basic sawmill. Anywhere we can, yeah, we can hook this up right here. There we go. So now with this, if we grab lumber like this, currently, if I try to run it, I'm going to get 2 planks back. But inside of the sawmill, when it starts running, we're going to get back 6, and it has a chance to produce sawdust. So we have a much better return on our lumber now than what we were getting before. Which helps a lot. Well, I guess sawdust doesn't happen as frequently as it used to. So here we've gotten some cinnabar, we've gotten a few stacks of redstone, that's great. Now, the redstone furnace, it works like any other furnace, except for instead of burning off fuel, we're going to be burning off RF to do things with. But the redstone furnace is very special because there's a special upgrade in thermal expansion for it right here, the trivection chamber. It is specifically for this machine and this machine only. It takes 2 silver ingots, another redstone reception cable, some redstone, and some brick, which we have all that. We're going to go ahead and make this real quick, just so I can demonstrate it. There's the coil. Here's the 2 silver ingots. A couple more redstone. And we need 2 more bricks. And we have the bricks right over here. Now, there's a lot of different upgrades that can be done to the various thermal expansion machines. We're going to delve very deeply into that in a later episode. But this one is very quick and simple to make, and it's very important to us, and I will show you why right now. So to put in an upgrade, you come in here, and let's take off integrated redstone circuit. Yeah, let's take this one off. And let's put this one in. So what this does, if you hold shift, it tells you, increases food output, minus 50% energy used. Okay, that's really awesome. How can we use that? Well, right here I happen to have some wheat on hand. And before it was going to cost us 3 wheat for every bread I wanted to make. But we can also take wheat and turn it into flour. And if we put flour into a redstone furnace, it will cook. And what it's doing is it's cooking that flour into this bread. We put 8 wheat in there and we got 16 bread out. It's actually doubling our amount of food. If we put the bread back in and let it cook again, it's only using half the energy it normally does, 20 RF a tick, and it doubled the bread from 16 bread to 32 toast. So it doubled it twice. That makes this redstone furnace massively important to us for how we're going about powering our stuff, because now I just got 32 toast out of 8 wheat. Well, if we combine that with all the soy that we can produce down here, and we can now produce salt at will, we can make a lot of cheeseburgers and stuff to power all of our goods, right? And that's pretty important. So I'm just going to grab 32, 64, and I've already got these 64 on me. Let's see, do I have any more sugar cane anywhere so I can make some more paper? I bet I do. Right here. Oop. Oop. My other sugar cane hasn't grown yet. Don't forget that there's, we can breed that up and get to where it's producing a lot of paper for us if we really want to. There should be, yeah, we still got some paper right there. Good. Right, let's grab a lapis block right here. We're gonna make some more schematics right quick, and then we're gonna call this done. So schematics. Pop this in here. All right, so we've got salt and it's making more salt. That's great. Let's take this recipe out. Let's put a new one in. What we want to do now is we want to put the milk, the salt, and the pot together and save this to make cheese. So this now makes cheese. So if I take the salt out, there you go, rapid cheese production. Friggin' awesome. Then I can just put this back in and rapid salt production. So welcome to my life being much easier for producing my burgers. We have a skillet. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I'll fix that in a minute. So grab our skillet, grab our this, and there's 32 burgers. Pop this out, pop this in, 32 cheeseburgers. Pop this out, pop this in, 32 bacon cheeseburgers. And now I'm producing power at 50 RF a tick again, which is quite nice. So, 3 little basic, well 4, cyclic assembler, and the extractor, we're going to be using that much later. But we got a lot done. We got our dolly made. We got our silk touch put onto our hammer. We've got the rock crusher made, and we've got our first 4 machines: the cyclic assembler, the redstone furnace, the pulverizer, and the sawmill from Thermal Expansion. So that's a pretty good episode. I think it ran about 50 minutes long. I'm trying to cut them down, but I get on this roll and I get on a tangent, and I'll try to size this down where I can. If you liked it, guys, like it. If you'd like to see more, like it, hit that subscribe button. I try to have a new video out for you every day. Remember, I stream these episodes as I record them, so feel free to drop in and hang out with me while I do so. Other than that, you guys take it easy, and I will catch you all next time. Laters.